Okay, we're set up now at the 40-foot shot. This is the longest shot I have in my house. Some of you may have longer. I'm just trying to demonstrate what I have in my own home. Okay, we're gonna shoot this pork ribs and roast. We're gonna see what happens when we hit it with Birdshot at 40 feet out of a non-choked barrel. Okay? Okay, we've just made the shot on this pork rib and roast. We've got pretty good distribution of the shot here. Looks like right here, it did not crack the entire rib cage at this distance, you know, but we've sheared off a big chunk of meat in this direction. We've got a lot of holes right here in the rib cage, and it's spread out over the whole length here. What I'm gonna do is we're gonna cut this rib cage loose, and we're gonna look at what we got underneath to see what kind of penetration we have at this. I mean, from here, I've got some pretty good size holes all throughout this thing. Looks pretty devastating. We got some shots on the outside portions of the roast, but what's gonna happen on the inside? And again, I wanted to highlight to you folks that I've seen these videos done, but I've seen these videos done with long barrels, and I wanted to demonstrate what's going to happen with people don't usually carry long barrel shotguns for home defense. If you do, great. I don't have a problem with that. I just want to know that the shotgun that I'm carrying, and most of you are probably carrying, is effective. Okay, so we're going to peel this back and we're going to look. Okay, so we do have penetration through the rib cage. We did not crack any of the bones, but as you can see here, we do have penetration into the roast. So again, we do have the penetration. Is this lethal? Maybe not, you know. Maybe it is. I would say it's not, actually, from what I see, at least immediately. You know, this isn't immediately going to put somebody down, except maybe that energy dumping into them might do so, you know. But so the purpose, so what we did today, I came out with my preconceived notions about what was effective and what wasn't. And I'm sure all of you have those same notions. But what we've done today is we've put it to the test. What can the shotgun actually do? Is it the best tool for the job? I still tend to think that it is the best tool for the job for home defense. Next, we're going to do a couple transition drills, hopefully, to demonstrate that fact, you know, at least in our opinion, you know, but at least we're answering some questions today on what can the shotgun really do, what can it not do, you know, because this stuff's been floating around for years. Now we're seeing it put to the test, seeing if it's really true or not. All right. Okay, that's fine. Interestingly, I wanted to get back on the video and show you something. So you look at the front side of the roast, and you see the small holes that are in the roast, you know. And I was curious. I took the roast off. I was gonna do something else with it, but we turned it over, and if you look, we have shot perfusion all the way to the back. Look how thick this roast is. There's a giant bone in here, you know, but we have shot perfusion all the way to the back of this roast. You know, these shot pellets popping out of the back of this roast here. Again, I'm not a doctor. I would have to talk to my doctor buddy, but we have full penetration of this shot. This guy may not be out of commission, but he's hurt pretty bad with a shot like this, you know. So I just wanted to show you guys that even though it didn't look as devastating from the front, we do have long wound channels with this shot at this point. Okay, so now I'm going to show you why I think the shotgun is the best self-defense option when you're at home, especially if you know there are only bad guys in your home. Okay, we're going to do just a quick little transition on these 4 targets right here. Okay, that fast, I've got 4 targets hit with pretty heavy-duty shot, okay? Next here, we're going to reset, and I'm going to do 2-shot transitions on the target with the handgun, and then we're going to see how quickly I can do that versus what we just saw, okay? Okay, so you saw the transitions with the shotgun. You saw how quickly I was able to move from one target to the next, 4 targets. It wasn't even really fast, but I got 4 shots on 4 people that fast with a shotgun. I'm going to demonstrate now with the pistol a couple of transitions. so you can see a couple transitions, a couple different ways, just to show you that it takes a little bit longer. I'm only going to put 2 shots on each target with these transition drills, I would just caution you that the 12 gauge is going to be much more effective than the 2 pistol shots, unless you can really shoot well, and you should be able to shoot well, but I'd still take the shotgun any day, as you'll see in just a second. Okay, so in an effort to see at what range the wall will start to stop the shot from a full penetration, we've stepped our shot back to 30 feet now. This is well within the distances that can be found in the house. You would definitely be shooting out of a room through into a hallway, from one room across a hallway to another room. But this is outside the average distances you'll find in a room in the house. But we're trying to see at what distance this becomes a valid concept of the shot being stopped by the wall. Okay, I'm going to take my shot now here at 30 feet. Okay, so with the Riot barrel, we are now starting to see a bigger spread. This is where those people who say you don't have to aim start to kind of get correct about it, okay? We have a very big spread. It's at least a foot from top to bottom, the spread on this shot. We haven't looked at the other side. We're going to go around there in a second and look. But now you see spread. But we had to get all the way out to 30 feet. The longest shot I have in my house is 40 feet, which we're going to take in a second to show the lethality of a shotgun at that range, even with Birdshot, okay? So let's step around and see what we got. Okay, so right away, I don't see penetration yet on the back of the target. We have a lot less perfusion of the pellets through the back of the wall here. Okay, let's come around back here. We do have penetration. We have a lot of pellets that are stuck in the cardboard, but we don't have full penetration through the cardboard like we do on these other targets. So maybe now we're getting into a safer range of the shotgun, but we had to get all the way out to 30 feet to achieve this. Again, I'm a little shocked because I believed the author that I had read years ago, and this is what we're trying to do here at Agoge. We're trying to show you what's real and what's not real. We're trying to kill some of these gun myths out there. Okay, so the next shot we're going to take is at 40 feet. We're going to shoot that pork rib cage and that pork shoulder that we talked about. It's not my idea. I'll give credit to the man who came up with it, but it's an excellent way of testing the lethality or the stopping power of a shotgun at range in the house. All right, we're back from the range. So as you can see, we had kind of a fun time out at the range and tested a lot of different things, and we learned some things today. I think we did. Maybe you already knew it, but we wanted to put it on video so you could see what it is, because at Agoge Tactics, we're not interested in what somebody says. We're interested in the truth. So we're trying to put it online so that you know the truth through our testing. Okay, so you saw in the video at first we shot the 12 gauge with the 18.5-inch barrel. We shot it at the 6-foot range and the 12-foot range with the 7.5 and the number 6 shot. You can see the results here. I was kind of blown away. Remember, I said I thought that it would be safe through the wall, not necessarily at the 6-foot range, but at the 12-foot range I thought it was going to hold up. So we have at 6 feet here with the number 7.5 shot. If you had a family member on the other side of the wall, that person's dead, unfortunately. So if you've been laboring under that impression like I did, stop, okay? We now know the truth. Again, with the number 6 shot, same thing. We expected it. On the drywall, it was even more pronounced. It was just one solid hole, as you could see. When we stepped out to 12 feet, clearly the wall absorbed a lot more energy. But as you can see in both of these targets, I would say both individuals, if you've got family members or loved ones or friends on the other side of that wall, these individuals, I would say, are now dead as well. So I would say that myth, at least at room distances, is busted. So we did step out to 30 feet. We wanted to see where the wall became effective. Stepped out to 30 feet with the 18.5-inch barrel, and we used the number 7.5-inch shot. As you can see on the drywall, and again here on the cardboard, it absorbed a lot more energy. We still had penetration through the drywall, which we expected, and we do have penetration through the cardboard cutout as well. Not fully. A lot of these pepper marks, a lot of these marks are not fully penetrated, but we have enough that penetrated. So this individual may not be dead, but this individual is hurt. We don't know how hurt, but they are hurt. They did penetrate the skin, I would caution. You did see us at that point switch to the 26-inch bird barrel. Now, the effects, you see what a longer barrel does to the shot. It contains the shot longer and at greater distance. We have an effect here that is similar to the 12-foot and not quite as pronounced as the 6-foot, but at 40 feet, we have a shot that is similar to 12 feet with the 18.5-inch barrel. So if you're looking for a home defense shotgun, we suggest you use a shorter barrel, and we suggest that you learn to shoot it. Okay, we've clearly demonstrated that this is not a point-and-shoot gun, and you just point it in their direction and it's going to hit them. You must aim this firearm. It is not a firearm to just be fired willy-nilly. And we believe that at Agoge Tactics anyways. We believe training makes all the difference. That's why we train. That's why we do these videos. You then saw us switch to the rib rack of the pig and the pork shoulder about that thick. We took that shot at 40 feet, like we said, used the number 7.5-inch shot out of the 18-inch barrel. We were trying to simulate the worst of all worlds in that point, you know, the weakest shot, longest shot, shortest barrel that's not focusing that shot. We made that shot, clearly had penetration through the ribs. We believe those ribs are to be stronger than the human rib. We had penetration to the depth, full depth of that pork shoulder. You know, we turned it over. You saw us do that after the fact. Didn't quite look as beat up as it was until we turned it over and saw the shot coming through the other side. So I believe that it is an effective shot on a person at that distance. You know, we're looking for effectiveness. We'll leave it up to you to decide ultimately whether you still want to go with buckshot or if you want to go with slugs, you know, but I do believe that at house distances, birdshot to be an effective option in that instance. We finally transitioned to transition drills. We set up the 4 steel targets, and we transitioned with the shotgun to show how quickly we could put 4 shots on target with that shotgun at that distance, at room distance. Very effective, we believe. And then you saw us do the handgun transitions, 2 shots per target, 1 shot per target, across and back. Timing was longer with the handgun. And I believe 2 shots with a 9mm not to be as effective as 1 shot with the shotgun. We believe at Agoge Tactics, whenever possible, you use a long gun. You carry a handgun because you can conceal it and you can have it with you at all times if you are legally able to do so. We suggest you do so. But whenever possible, in a defensive situation, we suggest you go to a long gun whenever possible. The long guns are more effective in most circumstances. There are times where the handgun shines, and we will have videos of that in the future. Look for us to do more penetration testing with rifle cartridges, shotgun slugs, handgun. We're going to build exterior walls. We're going to try to penetrate brick, cinder block, siding. We're going to try to demonstrate all of these things to you down the road. So look for videos in that vein, and look for other videos that we're going to post online, and check out the videos we already have on our channel here on YouTube. Also, check out our new website that we're going to have up and running soon, new and improved, and check us out on Facebook. We look forward to seeing you, and as we say at Agoge Tactics, with it or on it.